Haligtree secret medallion right?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we got one half of it from him. Have we met Latina in the Lakeside Crystal Cave?
No.
Okay. And we defeated Morgoth, right? Yeah, that was at the castle. Do we have the ancient Snow Valley Ruins Site of Grace in this Valley of the Giants area?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will... Millicent should be there. If not, we might have to meet Latina in the Lakeside Crystal Cave.
Okay.
And I don't know if we have to give her this medallion or what.
Where would... Oh, Millicent's here.
Okay.
All right, let's cut back in. Found her at the Valley of the Giants.
Okay.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly... No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again, in battle, should you have the need. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Haligtree. Indeed, I believe that is where Melania will be found. The Haligtree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Haligtree.
Seek rear ahead.
Oh, nice. Hey, so go back to the map.
Okay.
And then go to the place where the lake was, like the Renala area.
The Renala area?
Yeah, and then go to the very south there. Like, actually right in that path, like in the middle of those, like to the left. So, somewhere in there, like right here, is this lakeside crystal cave that apparently has an NPC named Latina that supposedly we're supposed to meet.
Okay.
I don't know why, because it doesn't say. It just says...
What do you mean it doesn't say?
In my head, it just says, then meet Latina, and then that's it. So I'm like, okay, why?
Right, but you can't argue with your head.
No.
Everyone can tell how good my wares are.
Okay.
Let's buy something from this guy so he feels good about
What
himself.
what about buying those gloves?
Gloves?
Yeah.
I want him
and
to feel good about
what
himself.
those? Okay. He feels like he did something today.
He's like, oh, thank God. I'm glad I waited here. You know what? We'll buy one of these, too. And he'll be like, oh, I wonder what kind of weapon he's making.
Cool.
But we don't even need them.
No.
Alright, so we're going that way. Let me look at one thing here. If I were to do... Let's see how much this is worth. Okay, well, we're not going to
have enough to level up?
No, I don't think so. I would need to hit, like, 280,000.
Oh, yeah, we definitely don't have enough to
No,
level up.
I don't. But we're getting there.
We are?
We, like, never level up anymore.
No. Well, there's not really a point at this point.
I do kind of want to get up those shitty stats just to get them up, but it's because I'm a weirdo who doesn't like having shitty stats.
Yeah.
There's not really a purpose to it.
I was going to ask you, if you could only keep one of these three movies, which would you keep?
I hate these questions, by the
Okay.
way. They really upset me.
I know.
Is that why you're doing it?
No, I'm just going to ask it anyways.
Okay.
We have The Batman,
Okay.
Batman 1989, or The Dark Knight.
Brokeback Mountain.
Good choice. Very good choice.
I don't know, man.
I feel like it's down.
It is? Okay. I don't know. Probably...
Actually, go back to the map.
Probably just The Batman. I thought it was up here.
It looks like it's more to the left there.
Probably just The Batman, because it's probably the best movie. But I really enjoy 89.
Yeah, 89 is great. I want to watch it again.
In hindsight, though, it does waste some stuff. Like, for example...
Like what?
Well, Joker, for example.
Yeah.
Like, why are we getting rid of Joker after his first appearance? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a little odd, but, it doesn't make the movie bad. It was
Right.
just a little... And I do think some things were rushed. I actually think that movie should have been about 20 minutes longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because movies were just shorter back then. And
Yeah.
Not all the time, but a lot of the times they were just shorter, just because. And I don't really think that was a great call with some of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you could have used more time to develop the relationship with Batman and Joker in that movie. And I think you could have used more time to develop the relationship. I know I have to go over here. With, I want to see what this is, though, real quick. I think you could have used more time to develop the relationship with Batman and Vicky, too. Like, just a little more time.
Yeah, you could have done that.
And I think that by not doing that, it by no means makes the movie bad. But I just think that it was...
It could have been better.
Could have been better. Yeah, that's absolutely the way to say it.
So do you think that... So I know me and you both like Batman Returns.
Yep.
Do you think
people love or hate that movie?
Do you think Batman Returns is like almost as good as Batman 1989, or do you think it's kind of like a significant drop? Even though we like it,
I think it's almost as good, but I don't think it's as good.
Yeah.
But I will say it's more creative. Like, I think it's more like its own path and like trying to be its own thing. And sure, it gets some props for that, although that doesn't spur me. Oh, that was a thing. Fire Monk's Prayer Book. I don't think, though, that makes it necessarily good just because it had its own ideas. Like, I could have an idea to write an autobiography about poop.
Right.
But, like, that wouldn't make the autobiography good.
I mean, it could be really good.
It could be. It would be...
Dappled cured meat.
Let's see what this prayer book is really quick. Because these are usually interesting lore pieces.
If we can find it. There it is. There it is.
Prayer book of the fire monks who came from the mountaintops of the Giants part of the north can be given to a learned cleric.
Huh, okay.
Do
you think that Batman and Robin would have been better if they did not try to play it off as like a sequel to the Tim Burton Batman franchise?
No.
You just don't think it. Like,
what
if they said from the start, like, this is just its own thing, it's going to be its own universe?
That doesn't make it good. It's just still bad.
Right, but I feel like a lot of the hate on it is people it's so significantly different than Batman and also Batman Returns.
I don't know if I agree with
this. And it's still not good, but I feel like it's just such a different feel. Like, it's just not even the same movie.
So your question, let me rephrase your question. Is your question, would it be less hated?
Yes, that's my question. Would it be less hated? Because
it would be less hated, but it would still be just as bad of a film.
Right, but I think it would be a lot less hated because...
I can't find this stupid game.
I think it's up a little north.
I'm literally where it should be. It should be right down here.
What's down below there? Is that just
an endless abyss?
Okay.
Behold,
there should be a cave.
The endless abyss.
Because I feel like a lot of the reason why it's hated is... So, one of them, it's closer to the road.
Over here?
A little more north, yeah. So what if it's that thing right there? Like, what if it's on the other side of this?
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of the reason why it's hated is people were like, okay, but this is technically speaking in the same, like, universe.
But I don't think a lot of people were even thinking about that at the time. I think they were just thinking... Because, to your point... If that's the case, which I agree to an extent,
right?
Why don't they hate Forever just as much? Because, like, people don't like Forever as much, and yes, your reason is part of it, but a lot of people still enjoy Forever.
Right.
So, like, if it was really just, like, most of the criticism was people were mad that it didn't fit the continuity, I don't really agree with that, because that neither did Forever, and I think people can still enjoy Forever.
Well, I just think that was maybe like 10% of the reason.
A reason.
So that's what I was trying to get at.
I was just saying, if you were saying it was most of the reason, a lot of it,
I think maybe it is a reason.
Yes, I agree.
Is because if you watch Batman and Robin and you watch, the Batman, or not the Batman, but Batman 1989, the appeal, the themes, the aesthetic of the movie, it's just
Gothic horror.
It's like the complete opposite.
Yes.
Batman Forever is trying to be like a fun, like comic booky, like, oh, this is a goofy movie. Whereas like Returns and 89 are just trying to be, like a gothic horror, not horror, but like a gothic themed.
They're kind of horror inspired.
Yeah, it's like a gothic themey type of movie.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, it's kind of like, okay, but why? Because like, did Tim Burton direct Batman and Robin?
No.
Okay. I was
he was out after Returns.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I thought he did Forever also.
No.
And then I just got a thought, like, did he do Batman and Robin? Because
No, that would be him.
Why
not
would
caring
he
at
switch it up? Okay, so that explains a lot of it.
all. It was
me.
Joel Schumacher.
Okay, who did Forever then?
No, wait. Both of those were Schumacher, I think.
Oh, he did Forever and Batman and Robin?
Yeah, but I don't know why he didn't care about
Okay.
Batman and Robin. If I'm correct, I thought it was him for both.
Because even Batman Forever to me, well, it's a little like goofy at times and like kind of silly and not the same.
Whoa.
You can at least tell that the director cared about the movie.
Yeah, and I like that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where it ends. It's
Right.
fun, but it has some good exploration of some stuff in it, too, that's interesting, and
Yeah.
it explores themes of forgiveness pretty interestingly, and Batman kind of taking on a protege, and Chris O'Donnell, oh my gosh. Chris O'Donnell was a good Robin.
Yeah. In fact, I thought he was a good Robin even in Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah, he was
was
not
good.
the problem.
He
He's
was
not
good.
the problem at all.
Yeah.
And you know what? Unpopular opinion, George Clooney isn't the problem either.
No, he's not.
The problem is the script.
Yep.
It was terrible.
Yep.
It was a terrible script.
You know, and my other big problem I have with that movie is that Bane was just a throwaway villain.
Yep.
It's so pathetic. Like Bane is one of Batman's like iconic villains.
Yep.
Not as iconic as Joker, but he's a iconic villain.
Yes.
Or uniconic. And he was just a throwaway stupid villain.
Yeah,
Who they literally were like, oh, it's like this like cool Mexican villain guy, and it's like, cool. What are you gonna do with him? He's gonna be
Nothing.
like a sidekick.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, okay. Interesting.
A talisman depicting a spear and a soldier. Spears are standard weapons for soldiers in the lands between. They made it possible to respond to a ferocious foe with an equally ferocious counter.
Okay.
I wanted to see if there was some kind of lore to why that was here.
I feel like
there was not.
I feel like, well, first of all, they needed to fix the script. But second of all, I feel like the movie would have been better if they would have either focused on Poison Ivy as the main villain or Mr. Freeze.
Oh, really?
Like-
You didn't want a little bit of everyone?
No, like it's made, because now we're getting like the Spider-Man 3 effect, where it's like, why is Venom in this movie? Where it's like, I feel like if you would have just had a Mr. Freeze movie, it would have been better.
I do.
Because now you can develop Mr. Freeze.
I do too. Do you? So I know a lot of people have said this. Would you want to see Matt Reeves tackle Mr. Freeze for the Batman?
I would love to. Mr. Freeze is my favorite villain.
I would too. And to see someone who's willing to do it with seriousness
Yeah.
and care, I would love that.
Well, and the thing is, Mr. Freeze, I think Mr. Freeze is done perfectly in two things. One, the animated series, and two, the Arkham games. I think those are probably the best two games with Mr. Freeze, or best two things with Mr. Freeze in them. And I kind of think with how good Matt Reeves did with the Riddler, I would love to see him tackle Mr. Freeze, because Mr. Freeze is one of the most sympathetic Batman villains out there. He has the potential to be one of the greatest villains. Mm-hmm. And that was the thing with the Riddler is, in the Batman, is yes, I didn't really agree with a lot of his actions and stuff like that, but the thing with the Riddler is he was kind of a sympathetic villain.
Yeah, you get why he's doing what he's doing,
Yeah.
even if you know it's horrible.
Exactly.
That's how you should feel about... I think that's how you should feel about villains. Now, there are ones where, I think that you will not sympathize at all with them, and that's fine.
And that's good. Yeah, like
But-
Joker. Well,
but-
not the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but...
Like the Heath Ledger one?
Yeah.
But I do think you should still be able to... There should still be some reason.
Right.
Like, why is this person the way they are?
Yep.
What happened here? And even if you're not going to tell us the exact reason, so Heath Ledger's Joker, for example, there should still be hints that there is one.
Well, yeah.
That character would be bad if he was like, I don't know, I'm just evil.
Right. And
Like-
you at least see that there's some pain and resentment in his past to make him this way.
Right.
You don't know what it is, but you know that there is something there.
And I feel like you don't really need to know what it is. And there's
No.
plenty of theories, that he was in the military,
Mm-hmm.
how he knows how to do the 21 gun salute and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
Bloodhound Knight. Oh, one of these guys. We've already beaten a guy like this. Oh, jeez. Whoa. I don't know if this will be a hard boss for you.
we'll see.
What did you just do? Did you enchant your sword?
Yeah. Alright, well,
3-hit kill on this guy. Alright.
Cerulean Amber Medallion.
Alright, okay.
Well, let's see what that is, even though it probably doesn't matter. Talisman? Oh, here it is. The Erd Tree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the Age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, a primordial life energy, blah, 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 blah. Okay. One thing that's cool is, look, my sword actually lights up the cave a little bit.
That is awesome. So did we not meet Latina?
No.
There's supposed to be a character named Latina.
Where? Is this
Oh,
it?
maybe this is that character.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Oh. Do you speak true?
So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presumed the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute, I hope that you will forgive me. The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half. Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erd Tree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold. Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
She's gonna leave her wolf there? Is the wolf
Call
dead?
upon me when needed, and
Wait.
I will fight at your side.
Is the bloodstain the one of the wolves?
I don't know. He seems dead.
Well, now I feel bad for the wolf. Like, why? Oh, the wolf is slumbering?
Oh, okay, never mind. He's not dead. He's
Well,
sleeping.
I don't want this wolf to die.
He's just sleeping, dude. It's okay.
Okay.
It's like when you stab someone with a knife and they just go to sleep.
Yeah,
Permanently. For a long time.
right. They're just sleeping, just resting.
Let's see. You wanted to go to Sol.
Yeah, so now we have to go to Castle Sol, so go back to the place where Millicent is, the site of grace, ancient Snow Valley. So we have to go to that,
Okay.
which it says we just have to like continue north.
Isn't
So
this
I'm
where we
assuming-
fought a random dragon?
I think so.
How do we beat that?
I don't know.
Because my goal is to beat every single boss in the game.
That is a noble goal. Good luck.
My other goal is to pick up every item in the game on this playthrough.
Okay.
Every item. I don't care if it's a talisman, a cookbook, a leaf.
Okay, you want everything.
It will be mine.
Got it.
You think we're well on our way?
Good luck with that.
You're gonna help.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I agree, and I was gonna say Activision subsidiary companies, when they can't put in a destroyed Iraq map.
Wait, the beast eye quivers. I know, right?
I mean, there's Deathroot nearby.
I think so. Maybe it's at the castle.
Yeah, I don't get where it would.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Whoa.
why.
Whoa.
What is that? Whoa, jeez. I don't understand why there's no creativity in this, because I don't feel like it used to be this way. Like, I feel like in the era of, like, Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2, I feel like, let's say they had 15 maps, I feel like it used to be most of them were good and 2 of them were mediocre. And now the problem is 2 of them are good and the rest are mediocre.
Well, I mean, it might be that the series has partially run its course.
It could be.
I mean, like, what more do you have to do that's going to, like, really transform the experience of COD and make it worth continuing to make new games?
I'll say this just in terms of multiplayer, not really talking about campaign or anything like that. Just in terms of multiplayer, put your maps in areas that are interesting. Oh, Deathroot. Like, stop being like, hey, you want to fight in Baghdad for the 12th time? How about you put in a map that's something like, oh, I don't know, want to fight near the Eiffel Tower where you can climb up the Eiffel Tower as part of the map? Like, yeah, that's interesting. Want to fight in Buckingham Palace? Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Buckingham Palace?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Want to go in, like, the White House? Yeah, this is an interesting map design.
Do you want to fuck a ham?
Right.
Yes, I do.
Do you want to, like, storm the Capitol?
No, dude, there's a level for that. It's
I know,
Modern Warfare 2.
I know. My
The
favorite Call of Duty campaign map.
No one, you on January 6th.
I'm gonna play this, yeah.
I lived this.
So I don't know. It's like, how about you take real world maps and make them into a map? Like, the world is littered with areas that you could do.
Uh-huh.
You could fight in Taj Mahal. You could fight in, I don't know, on the...
You work at Activision? You ran out of ideas this
well,
quickly?
you could fight on the... What's it called in China? The Great Wall of China.
Uh-oh.
I mean, like, I'm talking, like, famous landmarks in the world. You could fight at Mount Rushmore. You could fight at, you know, the Yellowstone National Park, I think it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
those have been some of my favorite maps in Call of Duty history, is ones that are unique, like Terminal. Terminal is a unique experience map that's unlike anything else in the entire COD's franchise. Estate. Estate's great.
This is Biff. He's like Stiff's like
Biff.
Stiff's younger brother.
Stiff's younger.
Stiff is just like the dog with the massive heart on.
Right.
Oh jeez.
Oh, great! Now there are 2 of them. So I don't know. That's
Deal's getting worse all the time.
that is my life-changing fix for the COD multiplayer maps. Is I feel like you should just make them unique again. Because that was one of my favorite things about Black Ops 3 was just the maps were unique.
I can tell you right now something that would improve Call of Duty for the better. Competition.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no one competing with COD. No one wants to try and beat COD anymore.
Oh yeah.
Like, so COD has no competition.
Well, they have Battlefield, but they don't
Cool.
they don't try at Battlefield anymore.
Well, and they don't try and beat COD.
No.
They're just their own thing. Okay, like, how about you get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, Battlefield 1 was great, but after that, it's just kind of gone downhill. Like, they had Battlefield 5, which then they tried to be, like, super, you know, hip and, like, well, this game's going to be, like, a modern experience. You should be able to see yourself in this game. I'm not playing as myself.
I want my daughter to play and be like, oh, I was in World War I. Or whatever.
It's, like,
that?
cool. Yeah, it's, like, cool. That's not the experience I'm playing. I'm playing a World War II game. Like, I don't know, I want to cosplay as, like, you know, a British ally soldier storming the beach of Normandy.
Also, is your daughter so soft that if she had to play as a man, she would, like, drop dead?
I know,
Because
it's
I
like...
play as women all the time in video games, and I have a really fun time.
Right. But would
Like-
you have any more of a fun time if that woman was a man? Or would you have any less of a fun time?
So
Or would it be the same?
I will say, and in my sexism, as in just being a straight person,
Right.
I would have slightly less fun if just because I have to look at a dude for 100 hours.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
But, like, other than that, no.
Okay.
No, like, it makes no difference to me.
Right, and like... Oh, jeez, that's creepy.
Oh, sluggerific.
in the Slug movie, like the Morbius movie, it's slugging time!
Hit me with that slug!
Well, and one thing I've never
like 500,000 texts.
One thing I've never understood about that argument either is video games is a chance for me to immerse myself in something that's not me.
Yeah, I get enough of me in real life.
Well, it's like when I'm playing... If I'm going to play Battlefield 5, I want to play as like a British soldier storming the beach of Normandy. That's not me. I'm not a British soldier.
You could be, though.
I could be.
Especially now.
But,
oh, jeez. Now that the Queen's gone, you can do whatever you want.
Well, I know. But like when I play Battlefield 5, I'm not wanting to be like...
Rude.
I'm not wanting to be like, where is Nathan in Normandy? Like, I don't care.
Right.
I don't need to play as me in Normandy.
Right.
I want to play as the soldiers in Normandy. Do I know why? Because they're the ones that were at Normandy.
Okay, here's a good question. Was it so World War II?
Yeah.
Russian snipers.
Right.
The women.
Yeah.
Would you have less of a fun time playing as a woman Russian sniper instead of one of the dudes that was there?
No.
No, exactly.
No, not at all.
Because guess what? You're not an insecure little...
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're going to say, and the answer is no, I'm not.
Like, you just, you know who you are. You don't need the video game to define you.
I don't need to.
No.
I just want to have a good time.
Well, we have, like, Napalm Nate here shooting us with
Well, I feel like this is that thing in Demon Souls that was, remember, in, like, that bridge that you had to cross? With, like, that big woman thing that was, like, launching things at you?
He's got his friend Explosive Eric over there.
Explosive Eric.
And then Demolition Dan is standing behind him ready to shoot me as well. Like, settle down. First off, what's with all the alliteration? Secondly, like, can we, talk it out?
Right.
Wait, where'd his friend go? Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Wait, maybe that was him. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
So, yeah, anyways, like, I don't...
Of course not, that'd be too fun.
I don't really understand this, and I don't really know why this is like a debate.